following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
You're watching the 2019 Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship game on ABC. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, two 11-1 teams go head-to-head. It's 7th-ranked Baylor and number 6 Oklahoma for the conference title and perhaps a chance to play for the national championship as part of the 4-team college football playoff. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. We'll be joined in just a moment by Holly Rowe.
The SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper, brings us Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for a classic. The Tigers of LSU ranked number 2. The Georgia Bulldogs, only about an hour away from their home Athens, ranked number 4. Not only an SEC championship on the line here today, but it can be so much more. As you take a look at the college football playoff picture, LSU in the number 2 spot, Georgia at number 4. Oklahoma has stated their case already this afternoon with an overtime win. And with that, we bring you to Atlanta. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner is Gary Danielson. We looked at the college football playoff picture. Oklahoma made their case now.
So what's transpired?
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Virginia representing the Coastal. Clemson out of the Atlantic. It's the ACC championship game. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. And welcome with Brian Greasy. I'm Steve Levy. LSU trying to make a point that they should be number 1 in the country. And
Welcome to the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl on FS1, and boy, do we have a great matchup for you. As the 22nd ranked USC Trojans out of the Pac-12 will face the 16th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes out of the Big Ten. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my partner, Joel Klatt, and welcome to San Diego, California. Iowa only.
And we welcome you to El Paso, Texas. As we do bring in a new year with more college football and a matchup of the ACC and the Pac-12. It's the Seminoles of Florida State and the Sun Devils of Arizona State. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl living up to its reputation. Sunny skies, cool temperatures. Some of the fans made a shorter trip than others. One last tailgate for 2019 and a flop in the flakes. And that brings us to our final game of the year. And we welcome you, everybody. An early Happy New Year. Brad Nessler, along with my partner, Gary Danielson. And Gary, you know, it's the last game of the season for these two teams, but I think as you look at them, it's almost that they're looking at it like.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
College football royalty on a 70-degree New Year's Day in Orlando as two iconic programs, Alabama and Michigan, meet for just the 5th time. 2 centuries worth of history packaged on the field in a pair of top 15 teams. Alabama trying to get its 11th win, Michigan going for its 10th. Nearly 2,000 combined wins between these blue blood programs. In the poll era, 14 national titles combined, a handful of Heisman Trophy winners, and a ton of first-round draft picks. And hi, everybody. Dave Pasch, Greg McElroy, and Tom Luganville. We welcome you to the booth. It's the first game of a new decade, and outside of the college football playoff games, Greg, it's probably the most anticipated matchup because
Playoff semifinals begin at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow leads top-ranked LSU against Oklahoma. The Sooners are in the playoffs for the third year in a row, this time with Alabama transfer Jalen Hurts leading their offense. Hurts and Burrow are half of a group of 4 starting quarterbacks who collectively are the most talented and most interesting in the 6-year history of the playoff. You're watching the 2019 Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and welcome everyone to the Booking.com kickoff as we get ready for the first of today's 2 college football playoff semifinals between number 1 LSU and 4th-ranked Oklahoma. The Tigers making their first ever appearance in the playoff. Oklahoma, its 3rd straight, 4th in the last 5 years. Then tonight at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl in Arizona, it's number 2 Ohio State against the defending national champion Clemson. The Tigers have won 28 games in a row. The Buckeyes victorious in their last 19. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us for one of the great days of the year on the American.
And welcome to the Silver Spaceship in the Arizona Desert, the college football playoff semifinal at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. And tonight's historic first ever collision of 13-0 teams. The Clemson Tigers, champions of the ACC. The Ohio State Buckeyes, champions of the Big Ten. This is the Booking.com kickoff. The winner punches a ticket to New Orleans, where LSU awaits the Bayou Bengals overwhelming Oklahoma this afternoon in Atlanta, a game no doubt most of you saw. And welcome to Glendale. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Maria Taylor, and Tom Rinaldi will join us. So grateful to be able to call our 11th. It's a foggy night in America's most festive city, and inside this monument to mega events, the Superdome, we are ready for the college football playoff national championship game presented by AT&T. A collision of unbeaten LSU, unbeaten Clemson. What a quarterback showcase. Trevor Lawrence, tall and tough and 25-0 as a college starter. Joe Burrow, the landslide winner of the Heisman Trophy, also perfect as a starter. Clemson, the defending champion, seeking a 30th consecutive victory. And LSU on home soil, hoping to cap a perfect season. They survived very different semifinals. Clemson clawing from 16 down to conquer Ohio State. LSU clobbering Oklahoma by 5 touchdowns. And welcome inside the Superdome. Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit, we are thrilled to be able to bring you the CFB National Championship game together for the 6th time. And inside this building, Kirk, which has been buzzing for an hour, it's all set up. LSU hoping to cap what's been a magic.
On a gorgeous night in Los Angeles, from the Coliseum, it's Oregon and USC with a Pac-12 championship up for grabs. Welcome inside, Joe Davis, Mark Helfrich. You've got USC as the champion out of the South Division, no question about that. But the champion out of the North is actually Washington. Washington, though, because of a COVID outbreak in their program, unable to field a team for this championship. Oregon gets plugged in. And in a unique season, a unique week, these teams find out who they're playing Monday afternoon.
For the call, Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson.
Welcome to the Big Ten Championship game on Fox, presented by Discover, and we've got a good one for you as the 14th-ranked Northwestern Wildcats face off against 4th-ranked Ohio State for all the marbles here in Indy. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my partner Joel Klatt, and welcome to Indianapolis in the 2020 Big Ten Championship game. Ohio State going for.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome, everyone, to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where this championship Saturday of college football begins with the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. The Oklahoma Sooners taking the field, ranked number 10 against the Iowa State Cyclones. They are the number 6 team in the country. This is the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Football Championship game on ABC, part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. Oklahoma trying to win its 14th conference title in 25 years, while Brock Purdy and Iowa State trying to win their first. It's the Cyclones' first appearance ever in this conference championship game. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us. We'll be joined shortly by Todd McShay and Allison Williams.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
College football's biggest star, Trevor Lawrence, a spectator for that classic due to COVID protocol, brings added fuel for a rematch with much higher stakes. Clemson to Charlotte is a well-worn path past the Giant Beach. This is all brand new for undefeated Notre Dame, a first-ever conference crown to fight for. Can Ian Book match the brilliance from that magic November night in South Bend to beat Clemson for a second time? Welcome to the ACC Football Championship game on ABC, presented by Subway as part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. And today's collision here in Charlotte between number 3 Clemson and number 2 undefeated Notre Dame, their one and only season here in the ACC. Welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Championship Saturday. The scene.
We bring you to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. The stars aligned just in time, didn't they? 7th-ranked Florida, the winners of the East. Number 1 Alabama, the winners of the West. As you take a look at the college football standings, we congratulate the other champions. Oklahoma, the Big 12, Ohio State in the Big 10, and Clemson in the ACC. And that sets us up for the nightcap in prime time in the SEC here in Atlanta. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl. In a normal year, this game would have been played 2 weeks ago. We all know that 2020, anything but normal, but through a lot.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
It's Nippert at night with a championship battle ahead. One of college football's oldest stadium, Nippert Stadium, Cincinnati's shoehorned-in venue, is ready to rock. And ready to thump is one of the best players in all of college football. Tulsa star linebacker Zaven Collins. He is a showstopper. In the middle of the Golden Hurricane defensive line is a wide body, Tyrus Stevenson, all 351 pounds of him. Their head coach, Philip Montgomery, says this game is everything. This game is the ultimate. A huge dream for their program. Meanwhile, Cincinnati's trying to go undefeated, trying to win the American Athletic Conference Championship and maybe more. And they have the star quarterback to get it done. Desmond Ridder. He's been sensational over the last 5 games. His running back, Jared Dokes, he's provided a bruising, road-plowing truckload of offense. And head coach Luke Fickell continuing to build momentum. Cincinnati's out to prove the college football playoff rankings wrong. There's a title to win here tonight at Nippert, and the Bearcats have every intention to take what they feel they've earned. We welcome you here on a rainy night. The American Conference was so strong top to bottom this year, and now the final 2 standing. Number 9 Cincinnati, number 23 Tulsa for the championship. Thrilled you're with us this evening. Joe Tessitore alongside my partner Greg McElroy. It's a great way to be the capper to a full day of
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to the Cheez-It Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. And today from Camping World Stadium in sunny Orlando, Florida, the number 18 Miami Hurricanes face the number 21 Oklahoma State Cowboys in the only matchup of ranked opponents outside of the New Year's Six Bowls. Miami comes to Orlando 8-2, Oklahoma State at 7-3. Great to have you with us, everybody. And from the studios here in Bristol, Connecticut, I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner at home in Nashville, Tennessee is Tim Hasselbeck. Katie George will be on the field there in Orlando. Tim, we've got a good one here today.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
AT&T Stadium. For years, it has featured some of college football's biggest moments. From national championships decided to the grand tradition of this bowl game. We welcome you to the 2020 Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. The first of this New Year's Six Bowls. And over the course of 4 days, it is the best of the best. Tonight, two teams who were just flexing their muscles 11 days ago in thrilling conference championship games. The SEC East winners, the 7th-ranked Florida Gators, against the Big 12 champs, number 6, the Oklahoma Sooners. And that means we have star quarterbacks. There is Spencer Rattler, the Sooners' first-year quarterback. And there is Kyle Trask, one of the Heisman finalists, a Texas native back home. Alongside Dusty Dvorak, I'm Joe Tessitore. Greg McElroy, who is normally by my side, is dealing with COVID protocols. Greg, we wish you the best.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
2021 is here, and we are here in Atlanta, where the players play. That's right. Mercedes-Benz Stadium on a foggy, a little bit of a rainy day. But biblically speaking, rain always symbolizes prosperity. Welcome, everyone, to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And speaking of prosperity, the Cincinnati Bearcats out of the Queen City, they are obsessed with their perfection. Obstinate about remaining stainless. 9-0 coming into this game today. Desmond Ridder, the trigger man at quarterback. Today, they take on JT Daniel and the Georgia Bulldogs, just 71 miles from their campus up the highway, I-85 in Athens, Georgia. They are the home crew today, playing some of the best football of any team in the country down the stretch. Georgia and Cincinnati for the third time. And you know what, folks, simply put, Georgia, the Blue Bloods, trying to remind Cincinnati, the New Bloods, that they're not ready for this smoke. Welcome, everyone, to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the 53rd edition from Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. What a great day of college football we have coming up. We have our version of, I don't know, I'm going to call it college football Wakanda, Utopia. This is the day, Dusty Dvorak, we've all been waiting for. Mark Jones, Dusty Dvorak, Chris Budden down in the field joining us in just a moment. From all of us here,
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to the Verbo Citrus Bowl, a part of Capital One Bowl Mania on a gorgeous New Year's Day in Orlando, Florida. Our matchup, the Auburn Tigers against the Wildcats, number 14th ranked team from Northwestern. Hi, everybody, and Happy New Year. Dave Fleming, Rod Gilmore, Paul Carcaterra is with us as well. What a great day. Best day of the year in college football. We got playoff games still to come. We're in the Florida side.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. With its modern technology and amenities, It's the polar opposite of the Rose Bowl Stadium, but spectacular in its own way. It's still the Rose Bowl game. It's still about history, tradition, excellence, and meaningful games. This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Capital One and the first of today's two college football playoff semifinals. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Happy New Year. Delighted to have you with us for the best day.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
And the sequel, the most famous face, most impressive resume among all of his peers, Trevor Lawrence, gunning for one more title shot, returns to New Orleans, scene of his lone career loss. The Tigers arrive loose, confident. Justin Fields and the 6-win Buckeyes have been told, you don't belong here. After the strangest journey to the postseason ever, the underdogs are driven to rewrite the gut-wrenching ending from last year. Welcome to the College Football Playoff semifinal, the All-State Sugar Bowl from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans, and the collision between the 4-time defending Big Ten champion Ohio State Buckeyes and the 6-time defending ACC champion Clemson Tigers. Alabama awaits. Will it be the Tide and the Tigers round 5 in the playoff, or the first Buckeyes-Tide collision since Ohio State upset Alabama here 6 years ago? And welcome to New Orleans. I'm Chris Fowler. Buckeyes and Tigers familiar by now. They meet for the third time in the semifinals in the last 5 years. But the buildup is bizarre and unique, and the backdrop very spicy because the Big Ten changed the rules, allowing Ohio State in the bracket with 6 wins. And Dabo Swinney was not having it. He is ranking Ohio State 11th at his coach's poll. So this one has become very personal. My partner, Kirk Herbstreit, joins from the home office in Nashville. Kirk, I'm glad you're feeling much better. Know you do your usual great job from there, and we'll see you for the championship game in Miami. But, man, is this feel a little bit different than last year's collision to you coming in?
Well, you got Clemson coming into this game. It's almost as if this has become part of their regular season. They get into the postseason. It's every single year, it seems like, going back to 2015. And for Ohio State, I thought that tease really kind of set the tone for this game. They've been waiting, forget COVID, from when they walked off that field last year in Glendale. They've been waiting for another opportunity to go up against Dabo Swinney and the Tigers, and they got it right in front of them. We'll see what happens in these next 60 minutes.
Trevor Lawrence off a brilliant game in the ACC championship against Notre Dame.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
The College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Miami's Hard Rock City. The SEC champion, undefeated, top-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide. And the third-seeded champions of the Big Ten, Ohio State Buckeyes. This is the AT&T 5G pregame showcase. Alabama rolling through 10 SEC games, tested only by Florida and Atlanta. They crushed Notre Dame. Ohio State finally put together a complete performance, beating Clemson by 3 touchdowns. And welcome to Championship Monday and the finish line of a season that almost wasn't. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, you know the story.
The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Before this season began, it's unlikely Baylor and Oklahoma State fans expected to be filing into AT&T Stadium to watch their teams play in the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship game. Both teams were unranked in the preseason. But linebacker turned running back Abram Smith has helped transform the Bears from a 2-win team last year to a 10-2 squad this season. While Malcolm Rodriguez leads a Cowboy defense that's one of the best in the country. And Spencer Sanders has developed into a dependable dual-threat quarterback. Today, Baylor tries to win its third Big 12 championship, while Oklahoma State is in pursuit of its second, and the Cowboys are also eyeing their first appearance in the college football playoff in its 8-year history. The Cowboys right now barely on the outside looking in, ranked number 5. The college football playoff field of 4 will be unveiled tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us for the start of a great day of college football.
We welcome you to the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. Our matchup, the best in the East, the best in the West. The Georgia Bulldogs from Athens, about an hour away, and the third-ranked Crimson Tide from Tuscaloosa. Sold-out crowd, and it is electric in here. And welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl. This one's been kind of circled on college football fans' calendar since about...
The 2021 Big Ten Championship game is presented by Discover. Welcome to downtown Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium, the house that Tate built. And we are ready for the Big Ten Championship as number 2, Michigan takes on the 13th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt. And welcome to Naptown, folks. The Michigan Wolverines here in the Big Ten Championship.
Not only a holiday tradition, a CBS tradition. Welcome to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. For the 53rd year, CBS is here to bring it to you. Maybe not the matchup you expected, but it's the Chippewas of Central Michigan taking on the Cougars of Washington State. Right now, the Sun Bowl is not quite living up to its name. It is a rainy, dreary day in El Paso, Texas, and the Hardy Souls are here to watch these two teams as the Cougars come in from the Palouse, and from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, come the Chippewas of Central Michigan. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson. Hopefully, Jamie Erdahl has not floated away down there on the field. If you're looking at...
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
And this college football playoff semifinal day begins in Arlington, Texas at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. It's the number 4 seed, the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the top seed and the defending national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nobody knows what it's like to hoist that trophy better than Alabama coach Nick Saban, now 2 wins away from a record 8th national championship. His offense in the hands of the unflappable Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Bryce Young. The defense led by Will Anderson, who leads the nation in sacks. He's trying to get his hands on Desmond Ridder, one of the winningest quarterbacks in college football history. He is the dual threat leader of a talented and history-making Bearcat squad about to play in the biggest game in school history in the first half of our doubleheader. In the second half tonight, the Big Ten champs, the Michigan Wolverines, making their CFP debut against the number 3 seed Georgia. The Bulldog squad dominant, number 1 for so much of the season before their loss to Alabama in the SEC championship. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Ram Truck Kickoff. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us for a great...
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
On a flawless night in South Florida, the final football game of 2021, a tremendous matchup. The College Football Playoff semifinal at the Capital One Orange Bowl. It's something rare and special. The third ever meeting between the Michigan Wolverines, champions of the Big Ten, seeded number 2, and the Georgia Bulldogs, seeded number 3. This is the Ram Trucks Kickoff. And Alabama awaits the winner here tonight. The Crimson Tide dispatching Cincinnati in Arlington. So no surprise in semifinal number 1. Will be a rematch with Georgia or a rare Alabama-Michigan game. We'll find out here in Hard Rock Stadium. And welcome, folks. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe, Marty Smith will join us. We have been hyped about this match.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship Game, presented by AT&T.
In frigid Indianapolis, two southern neighbors battle for the ultimate prize in college football. A rivalry that goes back a century and a quarter. Welcome to the College Football Playoff National Championship Game presented by AT&T, a collision of SEC rivals, Alabama and Georgia. They have divided the number 1 ranking all season long. Each of them won their semifinal games by more than 3 touchdowns. Alabama has beaten their neighbors 7 straight times. The last 4 have been Nick Saban over Kirby Smart, beginning with the championship game in Atlanta. The second at 26 touchdown pass from Tagovailoa to Devontae Smith. The next year in the SEC championship game, same building, Jalen Hurts off the bench breaks Georgia hearts. Last year in the regular season, Mac Jones, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith in a blizzard of big plays came from behind again. And the Tide did it again in Atlanta from 10 down. Bryce Young leading Bama back against Stetson Bennett. And that is the backdrop. 37 nights later, Smart and his former boss, Saban, are reunited with the ultimate prize right there for the taking. And welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. Thrilled to be able to bring in the national championship game.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome to the heart of Texas, where a title and a trophy are on the line. And if you'd said 3 months ago it's going to be TCU and Kansas State fighting for it, they'd have said, you are crazy. Here come the Wildcats, seeking their first conference title in a decade. Year 4 under Chris Kleeman. And the Horned Frogs, just the slightest of favorites, although this game rated a toss-up. And AT&T Stadium is a purple palace as the Frogs come in trying to secure their playoff bid. Welcome to the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship Game on ABC between 10th ranked K-State and number 3 undefeated TCU. Great environment inside this beautiful building, and welcome to Championship Saturday. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe will join us. So you got the Horned Frogs.
The 2022 Big Ten Championship Game is presented by Discover. Welcome to the Circle City, Indianapolis, Indiana. And this is the house that Peyton built. Lucas Oil Stadium, where tonight the Purdue Boilermakers need to play the game of their lives as they take on the second-ranked, undefeated Michigan Wolverines for the Big Ten title. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt, and welcome to Indianapolis, folks. Michigan comes into this.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
And tonight's conference title game matches the North Carolina Tar Heels, 9-3, ranked number 23 in the country, and the Clemson Tigers, number 9 in the nation with a record of 10-2. Here in Charlotte, 2 of the brightest stars in the ACC are in their hometown trying to win a championship. North Carolina quarterback Drake May, the Conference Player of the Year as a redshirt freshman. And his good buddy, Will Shipley, a do-it-all back for the Tigers, one of 4 candidates nationally for the Paul Hornung Award as the most versatile player in America. Welcome, everybody, to the Subway ACC Championship, the part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. And this championship Saturday, already a lot of excitement. We hope to have more for you tonight here in Charlotte. And we look at the big picture of this game.
Welcome to the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl on Fox. Petco Park, home to the San Diego Padres. And welcome to the first ever football game at this stadium. And we've got a good one for you. Pac-12 versus ACC as 15th ranked Oregon faces Mac Brown and his North Carolina Tar Heels. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with the quarterback, Joel Klatt. And welcome to San Diego, folks. This should be a great matchup. Oregon coming in with the 9.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to Orlando, and the Cheez-It Bowl is part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Two of the most passionate fan bases in college football have filled up the Magic City as they are set for Florida State and Oklahoma here at Camping World Stadium. Boy, hard to picture a better scene than this. Hi again, everyone. Bob Wischusen here with Dan Orlovsky, and Chris Budden will join us in just a moment. These are two of the blue bloods of this sport.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to San Antonio and happy holidays, everybody. We've got a great one in store for you tonight. It's the Pac-12 versus the Big 12. You're watching the Valero Alamo Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. And this incredible day of college football continues as Texas, the 20th ranked team in the country, looks for its 9th win of the season, tackling number 12 Washington. And what a season it's been for the Huskies. One of the greatest turnarounds in college football. 4 wins last year, on the verge of 11 if they can pull one off tonight in Caleb DeBoer's first season as a head coach. Alamo Dome is packed. We are ready to go. Texas and Washington, and we welcome everybody. Tom Hart alongside Jordan Rogers, Coach Kublik down on the sideline. This Washington offense may just be the best offense that you don't know about if you haven't stayed up late this year. Yeah, if you don't.
We welcome you to Sun City, El Paso, Texas, the 89th edition of the Tommy the Tiger Sun Bowl. And the sun is out. Our matchup, the Panthers of Pittsburgh and the Bruins of UCLA. And here come the Pitt Panthers from the ACC. And from the Pac-12, the Bruins of UCLA. And we welcome you, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler, wrapping up another season with my partner, Gary Danielson. Jenny Dell's down on the sideline. I've done 9 Sun Bowls.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship Game, presented by AT&T.
The College Football Playoff has arrived, and it begins in Glendale, Arizona in the first national semifinal. The number 3 TCU Horned Frogs at 12-1, taking on the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Welcome, everyone, to the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Max Duggan has led the Horned Frogs on a magical, unlikely journey. This was a team that was 5-7 a year ago. Now they're the first team from the state of Texas to make the CFP in year 9 of this format. J.J. McCarthy was a backup quarterback when Michigan was in the CFP last year. Now he is the starter, and he's never lost in that role. He has smiled his way to Glendale. Welcome, everybody, to the Ram Trucks kickoff. Just moments away now. Welcome, Sean McDonough, along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us if you're a college football fan. And you probably are if you're watching this. It's still the most
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship Game, presented by AT&T.
College Football Playoff semifinal Saturday shifts to Atlanta, the epicenter of college football. And the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl hosts the semifinal for the third time. It's a heavyweight collision. The top seed Georgia Bulldogs earn the right to play close to home. The Ohio State Buckeyes off a 3-touchdown home loss to Michigan get into this bracket via the back door when USC stumbled at the final hurdle. That's a big subplot tonight. This is the Ram Trucks kickoff, and TCU awaits the winner in Los Angeles a week from Monday. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. This is something rare.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship Game, presented by AT&T.
Kirby Smart knows how tough it is to repeat. Back-to-back champions, John, just 3 times since 1990. Most recently at Alabama, where he was defensive coordinator. Quentin Johnston leading TCU out. They fear no team. Georgia swaggers in as the biggest favorite. Championship game in recent decades. Almost 2 touchdowns. Second straight westward road trip for the guys from Fort Worth. Trying to shock the world tonight.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Viva Las Vegas, where everybody is all in tonight. The stakes have been raised for this rematch. Dr. Pepper Championship Week. This presentation of the Pac-12 on ESPN. Here is the big picture backdrop. Washington, undefeated, sits at number 3 in the latest CFB rankings. Oregon sits 5th, hoping they can beat the Huskies and jump over Florida State and into the 4-team bracket announced on Sunday. And welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe will join us. We are hyped for this one. The old saying, what happens in Vegas.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Today inside AT&T Stadium, the most important conference championship Saturday of the decade-long college football playoff era is about to begin. The nation's leading rusher, Ollie Gordon, leads Oklahoma State into the Big 12 championship. The Cowboys trying to spoil a couple of big dreams for Quinn Ewers in Texas. The Longhorns return to the conference title game for the first time in 5 years. Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas, and the Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game. The Oklahoma State Cowboys, 9-3, ranked number 18 in the country in the championship game for the second time in 3 years against number 7 Texas, 11-1 for the first time since 2009. That's the last time they won the Big 12 title. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy. Delighted to have you with us for the Here at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, UNLV and Boise State. One of these teams lives in this championship game. UNLV, on the other hand, has never won a Mountain West championship game, and this was really out of the clear blue. Boise State was supposed to be number one in this conference. UNLV dead last, but as of week 10, neither really looked like it would necessarily be here, certainly not together. But less than a 0.1% chance of Boise State getting in at that point. And guess what? Green 00 shows up on the roulette wheel every once and again in this wonderful town of Americana. Jason Benetti, Brock Heward, Allison Williams, our entire crew, excited to crown a champion today. And UNLV has had one 10-win season ever.
Yes.
One.
Improbable.
We bring you to the House of Memories one more time on CBS. Welcome to the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. And our matchup, two heavyweights, yet again. The number one team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. The 8th-ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama. One unbeaten, one with only one loss on their season. It's a packed house. There's a lot of red and black and a lot of crimson and cream in here. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner's Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell down on the sidelines.
Welcome to the 2023 Big Ten Championship game presented by Discover, the house that Peyton built. Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. And we're ready for the Big Ten title as the undefeated and second-ranked Michigan Wolverines prepare to take on Kirk Ferentz's 10-2 Iowa Hawkeyes. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt, and welcome to Indy, folks. And what a long...
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Now we're ready to determine what will set apart the potential final spots in the CFP. Louisville's ready to prove that their magical season has one more special night left. But the man who needs to be ready is walking out with all the attention and questions to be answered. A young quarterback right there in garnet and gold. The fulcrum of the college football season could tilt either way based on this. Welcome to the ACC Championship on ESPN and Dr. Pepper Championship Week. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, it's number 4 Florida State, their first ACC title game since 2014, taking on number 14 Louisville, making their first appearance in this championship. Good evening, everybody. Thrilled you're with us. Joe Tessitore, as always, with my partner, Jesse Palmer. And after 24 incredible hours of
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
And welcome to the Starco Brands LA Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania on a beautiful late afternoon, early evening in Southern California. We're at SoFi Stadium. This game, in fact, is hosted by that man, Rob Gronkowski. He'll be everywhere tonight. And our matchup in the LA Bowl, it's the UCLA Bruins and the Broncos of Boise State. Hi, everybody. Dave Fleming, Brock Osweiler. Great to have you with us as bowl season really gets ramped up today and tonight. These are two proud.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
As the sun sets on Las Vegas, the curtain is about to drop on a remarkable first season as head coach at Northwestern for David Braun. He's led the Wildcats to the biggest turnaround in FBS this season, from 1 win a year ago to 7 this season, helped by an infusion of transfer talent on offense, including quarterback Ben Bryant. Kyle Whittingham led Utah to an 8-win season. Displayed a slew of injuries, including at quarterback, where 3 different players have started. Tonight, it's Bryson Barnes, despite the fact that he's in the transfer portal. Welcome to today's college football. And welcome to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, a part of Capital One Bowl Mania. The Utah Utes with their 9th straight winning season at 8-4 against the Northwestern Wildcats, a remarkable 7-5. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough, along with Greg McElroy. Delighted to have you with us. A lot of great storylines in this game, perhaps none better around college.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Good morning and happy holidays from Boston Harbor. Head down the Charles River and dock at the Citgo side, and you'll find us at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. It's all part of Capital One Bowl Mania today. The hometown Boston College Eagles will take on the SMU Ponies, the Mustangs, out of the AAC. Tommy Castellanos, Kevin Jennings, 2 multifaceted quarterbacks are going to play a big role in this game. One of the big reasons, the weather here. It's cold, it's rainy, it's windy, and it is nasty here at Fenway Park. But it is a beautiful place to see a football game. Chris Cotter and Mark Hertzlick with you. And, okay, you played your college ball here in Boston. You made your home in Boston. You named your firstborn Boston. So you love this city. You would love to play football here.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to the Pop-Tarts Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Pour some sugary goodness on it. We've got an edible mascot, and we've got 2 ranked teams. We're in Orlando, Florida at Camping World Stadium, where NC State tries to win 10 games for the first time since 2002, and the second time in school history. Kansas State turns to a star freshman today. We're buttered. We're toasted. We are ready for consumption. And Ishraf, Andre Ware, Paul Carcaterra will be with us in just a moment. For the Wolfpack, Andre, this.
The 2023 Holiday Bowl in San Diego is sponsored by DirecTV. And welcome to Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. But tonight, it's home to college football as Louisville out of the ACC prepares to take on USC out of the Pac-12. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt. And welcome to the Holiday Bowl, folks. USC, well, they started off.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
And welcome to the TaxAct Texas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. H-Town, Houston, Texas, the place to be in prime time on a Wednesday night inside of NRG Stadium. Home of this year's national championship game. But tonight, the first ranked team of college football's postseason is in action as 20th ranked Oklahoma State gets set to battle the fighting Texas Aggies out of the SEC. 9-4 versus 7-5. We're just about set, ready to go. With Ronnie Jones, I am Roy Philpott. Taylor McGregor joins us on the sideline in just 1 minute. Oklahoma State out of the Big 12. It's been a roller coaster ride for head coach Mike Gundy this year. The losses against South Alabama.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Tonight from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, it's the Valero Alamo Bowl. Two offensive-minded teams and superstars at the quarterback position. For the Oklahoma Sooners, it's a dawning of a new age. The highest-rated recruit in Oklahoma history since ESPN started tracking, Jackson Arnold makes his first start. And nobody's been better than Noah Fafita of Arizona since he stepped into his starting role. Hope you like offense. Should be a fun one tonight. You're watching the Valero Alamo Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. And the Oklahoma Sooners match up with the Arizona Wildcats. It's the highest ranked matchup outside of the New Year's Six. The Sooners take the field here in San Antonio. Doesn't sound much like a road game for this Oklahoma team, and there's a reason their fan base is excited. What a start for Oklahoma. Jumping out to a 7-0 record that included the only loss that Texas suffered this season. That was back in October 7th. Then a road loss on the road in Lawrence on a rainy day against Kansas. That was followed by a bedlam upset against Oklahoma State, and a team that was that close to maybe making the college football playoff is on the outside looking in. But they're seeking their 8th 11-win season since 2013, and there's a good reason to have excitement if you're an Oklahoma fan. Welcome, everybody. Tom Hart, Jordan Rogers. We've got Cole Kublik down on the sideline. And we get to see a freshman quarterback that the entire fan base is.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
From Jacksonville, Florida, we kick off holiday weekend with the 79th Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. It is part of Capital One Bowl Mania and the first of two postseason meetings between the ACC and the SEC is our stage today. Number 22 Clemson, 8-4, meets 7-5 Kentucky here at Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And a beautiful Friday, Wes Durham, Tim Hasselback, Taylor Tannenbaum's the third member of our crew. She'll join us here in just a moment. Bowl games are different, all of them in any different kind of way, Tim. But in this one,
we welcome you to the West Texas town of El Paso. And from Corvallis come the 19th ranked Beavers of Oregon State. And from South Bend, Indiana, the 16th ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And that's our matchup in the 90th Sun Bowl. That's only the Tigers Sun Bowl, and 55 of those years right here on CBS Sports. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell. We started this thing a few years ago where players opted out. It was Christian McCaffrey for Stanford.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
welcome to the Sunshine State. We're in Tampa, and you're watching the Relia Quest Bowl. It's part of Capital One Bowl Mania. And we have the 13th ranked LSU Tigers taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, partner, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Brian Custers, my partner, Rod Gilmore. We got Lauren Sisler with us as well. This is the first game of 2024. LSU taking on Wisconsin. And let's start.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
And welcome to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl as a part of Capital One Bowl Mania on this beautiful New Year's Day at Camping World Stadium. Our matchup from the Big Ten, number 17, Iowa against the 21st ranked Volunteers of Tennessee. Hi, everybody. Dave Fleming, Brock Osweiler, Caleb Burton's with us as well. Happy New Year, Rose Parade, beautiful weather, full day of college football. That's a recipe for a great New Year's Day. Let's get right into the matchup, Brock.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
All filled with gratitude to begin 2024, to be here in the grandest stage in sports, bathed in warm sunshine today. Really is a fantasy destination for football fans everywhere, but it's about to get very real for the Alabama and the Michigan players. This is a proving ground, a spot in the Houston championship game at stake here. Welcome to the College Football Playoff semifinal at the Rose Bowl game, presented by Prudential, America's New Year's celebration. And this is the Ram Trucks kickoff. Semifinal Monday begins here, shifts to New Orleans, where the Huskies and the Longhorns will battle, and of course the winners will collide down in the state of Texas a week from today on January 8th. Welcome. Happy New Year. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
Welcome, everyone, to New Orleans, where tonight two of the best quarterbacks in the country lead their teams on one of the biggest stages in American sports, the College Football Playoff semifinals, in a place where so many major events have taken place, in the biggest house in New Orleans. It's the All-State Sugar Bowl in the second College Football Playoff semifinal of the day. The number 2 seed, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 3 seed, the Texas Longhorns. The winner will advance to the national championship game 1 week from tonight in Houston, where they will take on the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan, a thrilling 27-20 overtime win in the Rose Bowl against Alabama. Game that concluded just moments ago. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Ram Trucks Kickoff. I'm Sean McDonough, along with Greg McElroy.
This is a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, presented by AT&T.
Tonight in Houston, the mission for both Michigan and Washington is finish. Simple, but challenging. 2 perfect seasons collide, the winner to join a very exclusive club of 15-0 national champions and end a more than quarter-century championship drought for their schools. Welcome to the College Football Playoff National Championship, presented by AT&T. The top 2 seeds have made it to this moment. Number 1, Michigan. Number 2, Washington. This is the AT&T pregame showcase. Both teams made big stops on defense to earn the right to be here. Michigan prepared and showed the power to stop Alabama in overtime. A few hours later in New Orleans, Washington watched a comfortable lead evaporate, and Elijah Jackson had to swat away this pass from the Longhorns to secure yet another close, hard-fought victory for the Pac-12 champions. And welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. Liftoff is approaching, and it's pretty exciting, man. We had a decade.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome to one of the most important locations in America, West Point, New York, home of the United States Military Academy since 1802. More specifically, Trophy Point, which overlooks the Hudson River, where George Washington stymied invading forces and secured our freedom during the Revolutionary War. The Army also has rich football history just across the street on the Plain, where legend has it the first forward pass was thrown. More than a century later, to culminate one of Army's greatest seasons in school history,
The Black Knights look to make history again, trying to win their first ever conference championship game and post their first ever 11-win regular season as they host Tulane at Michie Stadium for the American crowd. And hi, everybody, alongside Dusty Dvorak, I'm Dave Pasch. Obviously, we will document a championship game tonight, but also we're going to celebrate one of the most amazing venues on the planet.
Welcome to the 2024 Mountain West Championship on Fox, sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? Since they installed this blue turf in Boise, Idaho, the Broncos have won 211 times on it. 82+% of the time. It's the biggest game in the history of this stadium, this turf. And all of these people are here to see it. Jason Benetti, Brock Heward, Allison Williams downstairs. The 12-team college football playoff has opened up opportunity in so many outposts in this country.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Pepper Big 12 Championship. Number 15, Arizona State. Number 16, Iowa State.
You're watching a presentation of the Southeastern Conference on ABC.
And welcome back inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Georgia Bulldogs, about an hour and a half from their campus, back hunting, hungry for an SEC championship. They've been hard to come by under Kirby Smart. And here come the Texas Longhorns swaggering into the most demanding conference in the sport in year one, trying to win the crown. An incredible story. Welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. Our privilege to present this game in the booth for the first time.
Back in August, 18 teams started play in the new look Big Ten. We're down to 2. West against East here in the Midwest for a Big Ten title. A sold-out Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, the site, as we welcome you to the Discover Big Ten Championship on CBS. And what a matchup. What a big-time matchup. The third-ranked Nittany Lions of Penn State, the undefeated top-ranked Ducks of Oregon. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, and Gene Steratore. Partner, when you and I started calling games together, the Big Ten,
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Which continues from Charlotte, North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium. The city and venue very familiar to Dabo Swinney. Tonight he leads Clemson into the ACC championship game for the 10th time, the 8th time here in the Queen City. The Tigers' opponents, ACC newcomer SMU. The Mustangs went 8-0 in conference play. They've won 9 straight overall since Kevin Jennings became their starting quarterback. This is the ACC championship game presented by Geico. First meeting ever in football between Clemson and SMU. The Tigers ranked number 17, 9-3 overall, 7-1 to finish second in the regular season in the ACC. SMU number 8, 11-1, the only loss to BYU. BYU. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy, joined in just a moment by Molly McGrath. Delighted to have you with us. The scenario pretty simple. If SMU...
Welcome to the 2024 Holiday Bowl in San Diego. Sponsored by DirecTV. Stream football satellite free. And we are ready for the 21st ranked Syracuse Orange as they take on the Cougars out of the Pac-2 and Washington State. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt. And welcome to San Diego, folks. What a great season it's been for France.
For the 56th time, we'll welcome you to El Paso, Texas. Tony is in the house. It's his bowl game. He should be. On a picture-perfect day in West Texas, the Huskies and the Cardinals getting set to do battle. And our matchup for the Tony the Tigers Sun Bowl. The ACC against the Big Ten. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Huskies of Washington. And welcome, everybody, and happy New Year's Eve. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell. It was a season for Louisville that was close. They had a lot of close losses.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
You're watching the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. From Orlando, Florida, the jewel of Central Florida, part of Capital One Bowl Mania on ABC. It's the first meeting all time between the SEC South Carolina Gamecocks and the Big Ten's Illinois Fighting Illini. Both these teams coming in at 9-3 under a lustrous, irradiant sky. Can this send it down on the field? Chansey had this crowd worked up into a frenzy a moment ago. Pockets full of cheese right now, looking fresher than Febreze, like Roddy Jones, Mark Jones. Rick Jesnick down to the...
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
The Rose Bowl, nestled beneath the San Gabriel Mountains, warm, sunny perfection on this New Year's Day, and a Rose Bowl game that represents both the changing landscape in this sport and the grand tradition of this game. It's a quarterfinal playoff, Midwest versus Far West, but neighbors in the Big Ten Conference. Welcome to the College Football Playoff quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl game, presented by Prudential. Spot in the semifinals at stake. Texas and Arizona State locked in overtime. A Sun Devil comeback, making things very interesting in Atlanta. Notre Dame, Georgia, as you may know, postponed until tomorrow evening as a response to the tragic terrorist attacks overnight in New Orleans. This is a rematch of a classic game, one of the season's best games, mid-October in Eugene. All the stars played really well, Kirk. There were 7 lead changes, 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a game that you had hoped there might be some big plays on both sides. Ultimately, it came down to Oregon with a chance to win it. And this was the play. This is the play that has haunted Will Howard since this moment. Sliding, time runs out, and Ohio State waits for another shot, and they get it today.
Many thought they might square off in the Big Ten championship game. Now they do so here in the quarterfinal. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Happy New Year. Our privilege to...
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
You're watching the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. From Jacksonville, Florida, 14th ranked Ole Miss seeking back-to-back 10-win seasons for the first time in 65 years. Takes on Duke, shooting for its second 10-win season ever. And hi, everybody. Dave Pasch with Dusty Dvorak. We'll check in with Taylor McGregor here in a little bit. We just witnessed a few minutes ago a former Blue Devil
Riley Leonard, who spent 3 years quarterbacking Duke, now at Notre
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome to the Sun Belt Championship as part of Dr. Pepper Champions Week. We're in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's got the look of Provence with all the purple. It's got the feel of playoff for Wayne Knight and James Madison. A win tonight, they're in the mix for the 12-team college football playoff. Troy looking for its third Sun Belt championship in 4 years, and they've got their quarterback, Goose Crowder, back. That's the hardware they're playing for tonight, and certainly James Madison playing for a whole lot more. According to the ESPN metrics, if James Madison wins tonight, they have a better than 50-50 chance at the college football playoff. If the Dukes win, and then the Duke Blue Devils win in the ACC Championship Saturday night, James Madison would be a virtual lock for the 12-team playoff. Anish Shroff, Heisman Trophy winner Andre Ware will get to Paul Carcaterra in a little bit. This James Madison team at home.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome, everyone, to New Orleans, where revelry and celebration are an art form. That's what awaits the winner of this game between number 24 North Texas and number 20 Tulane. Folks, this is simply the most impactful and consequential game ever in conference history in the American Conference. This against the backdrop of an interesting bromance. Both these coaches, Coach Morris and Coach Sumrall, are headed to different schools in wake of the last game, whenever it comes, for the respective teams. But one more chance for an opportunity at enshrinement and enthronement with a win tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Roddy Jones, Quint Kesnick down in the field. Thanks for tapping in. Roddy, an interesting circumstance.
UNLV and Boise State together again. As the guys mentioned, it is raw, it is cold, it is rainy, but it's Boise State and UNLV one more time for the Mountain West Championship game. The band is on the field. We are ready to go from Albertson Stadium. The last 2 years, though, all Boise State. 2 seasons ago, they had questions about their coaching situation. Spencer Danielson named the permanent head coach after the 44-20 win. Then Ashton Genty, a real coming out party for the nation last year. A win 21-7, 209 yards on the ground, and that breakaway touchdown that so many saw. Jason Benetti, Robert Griffin III, Alexa Landestoy downstairs. These teams are like Ross and Rachel. Like they always find each other somehow, some way.
Yeah, they seem to always find themselves in this game. And although the year was a little weird for both of them, this is probably the most important.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
Welcome to the Edward Jones Big 12 Football Championship as part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. And this is simple math. For number 11 BYU, it's win and you're into the college football playoff. For number 4 Texas Tech, a Big 12 championship, and you'll be in prime position with the seeding to hunt down a national championship. Thrilled you're with us to start your championship Saturday. Joe Tessitore, as always, with Jesse Palmer here. Texas Tech won the first matchup between these two.
You're watching a presentation of the Southeastern Conference on ABC.
Atlanta, the college football mecca. Outside, it is gray and chilly. But inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, a collision of crimson and red. This cauldron of noise and intensity, the one and only SEC Championship on ABC. Presented by Dr. Pepper and part of Dr. Pepper
Championship Week. And welcome to the original and still most intense conference championship game. This is the Coors Light kickoff from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia and Alabama about 11 minutes away from kicking off to decide the conference championship for 2025. Our pleasure to bring it to you, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. They like to say down here, it just means.
Welcome to the 2025 Big Ten Championship game, sponsored by Discover from the house that Peyton built. Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indianapolis. We have the biggest game of the college football season. Undefeated Indiana, undefeated Ohio State, ready to play for all the marbles in the Big Ten Championship. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt, and welcome to Indy.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Dr. Pepper Championship Week.
The Cavaliers can win the first outright ACC title in school history. Duke wasn't expected to be here 1 week ago, but when Cal upset SMU to create a five-way tie for second place in the conference standings, Manny Diaz and the Blue Devils won the tiebreaker and advanced in the second title game in program history. Their upset hopes tonight rest largely on the arm of the ACC's leading passer, Darian Mensah. Duke arrives at 7-5, just the fifth team ever to enter a Power Conference championship game with 5 or more losses. Virginia's 10-2. They were alone atop the ACC regular season at 7-1 in conference play. And by virtue of that record, then their number 17 ranking, the Cavaliers are a lock to make it to the college football playoff as one of the 5 highest ranked conference champions if they win tonight. Duke, even with a win, has virtually no chance. They're unlikely to be ranked ahead of conference champions Tulane and James Madison. So if Duke wins tonight, the JMU Dukes will likely be in the field of 12 as the last team in. A case tonight of the Dukes cheering for the Dukies. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy.
This is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Case for the championship starts here in Norman, Oklahoma tonight in a battle of blue blood programs as the Sooners welcome the Alabama Crimson Tide. Breezy, chilly evening. Welcome to the College Football Playoff first round presented by Allstate. This is the Amazon kickoff. Electric atmosphere for the first of 11 playoff games in the 4 rounds. Winner here moves to the Rose Bowl to take on top seed Indiana. Tomorrow a triple header, the first 2 at SEC campuses as the Aggies host the Hurricanes, Rebels host the Tulane Green Wave, and then it's JMU against Oregon. Welcome to the College Football Playoff. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, the 25th CFP game that we have had the privilege to call.
This is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
This is the College Football Playoff first round presented by Allstate. From historic Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, in front of well over 100,000 people, the number 10 seed, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 7 seed, the Texas A&M Aggies, here in the home of the 12th man. Historic Kyle Field, one of the great venues in all of American sport. For both the Canes and the Aggies, their first appearance in the College Football Playoff this edition Got off to a thrilling start last night. Alabama rallied from 17-0 down to beat Oklahoma. The Tide's going to take on the number 1 seed Indiana in the quarterfinal in the Rose Bowl. 2 other first-round games later today. Tulane's at Ole Miss. James Madison at Oregon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy. Delighted to have you with us for the start of a great day of college football.
Oxford, Mississippi, on a day unlike any other in its grand history, the college football playoff has arrived to the Grove, the Deep South's most universally accepted elevated tailgate, where the fans are ready to put the recent coaching change news cycle behind them and focus on a deep run of national championship hopes. Today, it's an old, long-time played series now with new age high stakes. From Vaughn Hemingway Stadium here in Oxford, welcome to the College Football Playoff First Round, presented by Allstate. Ole Miss has had a sensational season, unbeaten at home. Their only loss, a fourth-quarter heartbreak at Georgia. They earned the number 6 seed. They have a rematch against 11th-seeded Tulane, the American Conference champions, the only Group of 5 team with multiple wins over Power 4 teams this season. So thrilled you're with us, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Jesse Palmer with you. Quint Kesnick and Katie George will join in the conversation in a moment as we welcome you to the Amazon kickoff. Well, Jesse. Very few places in sports can bring the thunder like Autzen Stadium. The Oregon Ducks faithful have reached decibel levels considered dangerous to the human ear. And that certainly makes it dangerous for whoever visits Eugene. Tonight, it's a true David versus Goliath. James Madison hopes to shock the world. It's the final game, round 1 of the college football playoff. Welcome to the college football playoff first round, presented by Allstate. Just about set for kickoff here in Eugene. James Madison will take on Oregon. But last night, Alabama, they stunned Oklahoma. They overcame a 17-point deficit. Xavier Brown, the pick 6, Simpson to Brooks from 30 yards out. And Alabama came from 17 down to advance earlier today. It was a defensive battle between Miami and Texas A&M until Malachi Toney, who fumbled halfway through the fourth quarter, scored the game's only touchdown late. Bryce Fitzgerald, a pair of interceptions. That one sealed it. And the Canes celebrate. They're on their way to the quarterfinal round. Next up, it was Ole Miss. Trinidad Chambliss did what Trinidad Chambliss does. 282 yards passing, 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown, and the Rebels move on. So 7 of 8 teams have now reached the quarterfinals. There's only one spot left. Either James Madison or Oregon will meet Texas Tech in the Capital One Orange Bowl on New Year's Day. Let's take a look at our Amazon Spotlight. James Madison and Oregon, their path to the playoffs. They both had tremendous seasons. For the Ducks, 11-1. They finished 3rd in the Big Ten, and they're in the playoff for the 3rd time. The 2nd time in as many years with Dan Lanning at the helm. For JMU, they're the Sun Belt champions, a 12-1 record in only their 2nd year to be eligible to win their league. What a watch party it was. You're watching the Amazon kickoff, and we welcome you here to Eugene. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick, Chris Budden, Stormy Bonantoni. They will join us as well. For Louis Riddick, first trip to Autzen, and you're here for a...
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. We kick off a bowl triple header on ABC from New York City at venerable Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. The Clemson Tigers from the ACC take on the Penn State Nittany Lions from the Big Ten on a post-snowstorm, frigid Saturday. Hi, everybody. Dave Pash, Dusty Dvorak with Taylor McGregor coming to you from just above Judge's Chambers, where Aaron Judge resides. If it were.
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Really, all you need more distractions, okay? You guys know we're working on all the details, okay? Just one thing, but I'm not going anywhere.
I know you're going to play with discipline and toughness and grit and play the next play. That's ingrained in who we are. Now, that field out there is our stage, man. Y'all are the performers, and we're going to put on a show, man. Let's go put on a show today. Let's go put on a show. I want to show together. Let's ride, baby. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Brent Key, Kalani Sitake, a couple of coaches stayed home. To them, home is not a place. It's a feeling. And they're completing the season with their teams. You're watching the Pop-Tarts Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania on ABC. Under an irradiant sky here in the jewel of Central Florida, Orlando, it's the fifth inning all time between number 22 Georgia Tech and number 12 BYU. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Roddy Jones, Quint Kesnick down on the field, joining us in just a moment. Season's
This is ESPN on ABC. You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
Welcome to the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Here in Jacksonville, Virginia meets Missouri as two teams that were both on the doorstep of the college football playoff this year and fell just short, but both certainly have seasons worth celebrating. Virginia, 10-3, took Duke to overtime in the ACC championship game, 10 wins tied for the most in program history. As far as Mizzou is concerned, 4 losses, but to top 10 teams. One possession losses to Alabama and Vanderbilt. Win those two, and who knows, you might be in the college football playoff, but any stage is a good stage to watch Ahmad Hardy run the football as good as any back in America this year. Hi again, everyone. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick. Chris Budden is with us as well. To get to the doorstep of the college football playoff and fall just short, there is natural disappointment.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
From Houston, Texas, welcome to the Kinder's Texas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Late night from NRG Stadium pits the Big 12 versus the SEC. LSU and 21st ranked Houston meeting for the 4th time in a series that dates back to 1996. Welcome, everybody. Tom Hart alongside Cole Kubelik, Ian Fitzsimmons down on the field with us tonight. You can't find two programs that are in more opposite situations than these two. Willie Fritz is
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
You're watching the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the Big Ten versus the SEC. A pair of 8-win teams going head-to-head as the home state Volunteers take the field here in Music City. Their first ever matchup with the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Welcome to Music City, everybody. Tom Hart alongside Jordan Rogers, Cole Kubelik down on the field on this chilly afternoon in Nashville.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
The final day of 2025, well, it means the final game for the legend, the runner-up in the Heisman Trophy, Diego Pavia for the Vanderbilt Commodores, coming in at 10-2 here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. And for the Iowa Hawkeyes, how about the winningest quarterback in college football history at any level, Mark Gronowski, a senior. One last rodeo to close out the 2025 campaign. And welcome to the ReliQuest Bowl, a part of Capital One Bowl Mania on a Sunsplash Wednesday afternoon this New Year's Eve. Iowa Hawkeyes coming in at 8-4. All 4 losses by a single possession coming against ranked foes. Vanderbilt at 10-2. The Commodores believe they should have been a playoff team this season. A lot to prove, a lot of chips on the shoulders of both of these teams and both of these quarterbacks this afternoon. 55 degrees, a chilly start by Sunshine State standards here at Raymond James Stadium. It has dipped down a little bit further right before kickoff. Well, the Iowa Hawkeyes set to receive the football first. That means our first look at the All-American return man, Caden Weegan. All he's done in his career in Iowa City, about 6 returns for scores, including 2 via kick return and 4 via punt. Just about set, ready to go. What should be an outstanding act.
The 92nd edition of the Sun Bowl on a beautiful sunny day in West Texas. And for the 57th year, we bring it to you right here on CBS. Our matchup, the Big 12 against the ACC, and it's a matchup of Devils and the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. The Sun Devils of Arizona State and the Blue Devils of Duke. Tony's here. We're here with you. Welcome, everybody, to El Paso. I'm Brad Nessler. I guess this is the last time I'm going to say this. My partner is Gary Danielson.
This is ESPN on ABC.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
You're watching the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, part of Capital One Bowl Mania on ABC under an incandescent, lustrous sky here, spattering down on a benevolent field in the jewel of Central Florida here in Orlando. 2 of the most storied programs in all of college football, 2 of the most winning programs in all of college football, Michigan and Texas. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Roddy.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
And welcome to the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania, this great New Year's Eve day of college football from Tampa to Vegas, Big 10, Big 12, Nebraska, and Utah. We are ready to kick this one off from Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. Matt Rule on the sidelines for Nebraska. You saw a quick shot of Morgan Scalley making his debut as the Utah head coach. Obviously, that is a big topic for this game. The transition at Utah, which looked like it was going to be seamless even just a few days ago. It's been a crazy week for the Utes. They kick it off deep. The Cornhuskers will.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Night falls on another calendar year, eventually giving way to the dawn of new hopes, dreams, and resolutions. There is one final college football game in 2025, and it's one of the most anticipated of the season. Miami and Ohio State, 2 blue bloods in a Texas showdown at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. This is the first of 4 quarterfinal games of the college football playoff with a triple header on ESPN tomorrow. On the left side of the bracket, you see the 4 first-round winners, including Miami beating Texas A&M. The winner of tonight's game advances to the semifinals at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Keep in mind, last year, all 4 teams that received the bye lost in the quarterfinal round.
Hi, everybody. Dave Pash, Dusty Dvorak, Taylor McGregor, Quint Kesnick. Welcome to the Ram Trucks Kickoff. Miami and Ohio State, two of the biggest brands in the country. And when you think about Miami, its biggest game for the Hurricanes since.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Happy New Year from South Florida. We're right here, right now. The College Football Playoff offers up Texas Tech and Oregon, the start of the three tradition-rich New Year's Day Bowls. For what most feel is the best sit back, take it all in day of ball there is. Welcome to the College Football Playoff quarterfinal, Capital One Orange Bowl. Well, the bracket to determine the national champion, it is getting filled in. Year 2 of our 12-team expanded college football playoff. And last night, the locals down here, you could hear them roaring into the night. Miami advancing with the win over Ohio State. And here today, the Big 12 champs. 4th-seeded Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, against number 5, the Oregon Ducks, who rolled through JMU in the first round. As we welcome you to the Ram Trucks Kickoff. Happy New Year to everybody. Thrilled that you're with us to start this spectacular day of college football. Joe Tessitore and Jesse Palmer with you.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Healthy and happy 2026. Of course, here at Pasadena, soggy start to the new year. Cloud ceiling is low, but the spirits are very high. And a very compelling, interesting matchup between one of the true blue bloods in the program and Indiana, one of the best stories in sports, period, with what they've done to get here in year 2 under Kurt Cignetti. A lot of crimson in here. It's hard to tell the fans apart, but it'll be electric when the game gets going. The CFB quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential, and welcome to the Ram Trucks Kickoff. Only 6 teams alive for the championship chase. It'll wrap up down in Miami, and the winner of this one will advance to take on Oregon in the Peach Bowl. Miami awaits the winner of the game to follow Ole Miss and Georgia. And welcome, Chris and Kirk.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
This is the All-State Sugar Bowl as we welcome you to the Ram Trucks Kickoff. From Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's the last game of this quarterfinal round in this year's college football playoff. An all-Southeastern Conference matchup between the number 6 seed Ole Miss and 3rd-seeded Georgia. The surroundings familiar for the Bulldogs and their fans. They're in the All-State Sugar Bowl for the 2nd year in a row by virtue of their back-to-back SEC championships. They're in the college football playoff for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. The Dogs have won it all twice in that span, giving Kirby Smart one more national title than Pete Golding has games as head coach of Ole Miss. It's been a chaotic month for Golding and the Rebels since his promotion from defensive coordinator after Lane Kiffin left for LSU. He's guiding the Rebels in their first appearance in the college football playoff, and the Golding era of Ole Miss football is off to a great start. The Rebs rolled to victory over Tulane in the first round 12 days ago in Oxford. Georgia had a first-round bye. The winner of this game will advance to the Verbo Fiesta Bowl to take on Miami. The other semifinal will be an all-Big Ten affair between Oregon and the top seed, Indiana. They'll meet in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to New Orleans. Happy New Year. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy. Delighted to have you with us.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Welcome to Glendale, Arizona, and the CFB semifinal at the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. This is the Ram Trucks Kickoff, a collision of 2 great stories. The resilient Rebels and Hurricanes have defied the odds. They've earned their spot in the desert to punch their ticket to the tropics in the national championship game in Miami a week from Monday. Ram Trucks Spotlight shows you how these teams each conquered a heavyweight in the quarterfinals to book their ticket here. Miami, an underdog against the defending national champions, made an early statement. Keontae Scott with a pick six. The Hurricanes defense dominant. The offense grinding out 2 long drives to win it by 10. Then Ole Miss paid Georgia back for their one loss this season. Trinidad Chambliss was mesmerizing and magical. That big completion set up Lucas Carnero's game-winning field goal. Ole Miss really just 1 quarter away from a perfect record. Pete Golding has been brilliant stepping in his first 2 games as a head coach. Winner here, of course, gets the winner of tomorrow's semifinal at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the all-Big Ten affair, Oregon and Indiana. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, if you wanted fresh blood in the college football playoff, you have got it in.
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And welcome everybody to the Ram Trucks kickoff. A standing room only crowd of more than 71,000, most of them clad in cream and crimson, filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for tonight's college football semifinal. An all Big Ten affair, the number 5 seed, the Oregon Ducks taking on the top seeded Indiana Hoosiers. Kurt Cignetti is the architect of the most remarkable turnaround story in the history of college football. Before he arrived, IU had the most losses in college football history. Now in his 2nd season, his team is the only undefeated team in the country. They stand 1 win away from playing for national championship, led by quarterback Fernando Mendoza, the Hoosiers' first Heisman Trophy winner. And while IU is a newcomer to this huge national stage, Oregon has been a fixture among the nation's elite. For Dan Lanning, the next step is to win the first national title in school history. They've reached the championship game twice during the playoff era. The Ducks believe they have the best quarterback on the field tonight, Dante Moore. He'll need to play better than he did in the regular season meeting between these 2 teams if the Ducks are going to upset the Hoosiers tonight. Oregon here by virtue of its home win over James Madison and their shutout victory over Texas Tech in the Capital One Orange Bowl. Indiana's the top seed, received a first-round bye, and then they hammered Alabama in the Rose Bowl 38-3. The winner of this one on to the national championship game in 10 nights to take on the Miami Hurricanes in their home stadium in Miami. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Sean McDonough along with Greg McElroy. Delighted to have you with us. It has been a scintillating college football playoff, and
Welcome to a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
Welcome to Miami and the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. This is the AT&T pregame showcase. Well, fresh faces have forged unlikely paths here. A surprising championship matchup. The Indiana Hoosiers on the brink of history, the school's first national championship and a perfect season. A stunning transformation after a century of futility. The Miami Hurricanes championship legacy has laid dormant for about a quarter century. The Canes, outnumbered in their own house tonight, try to continue a rugged path. Much more rugged than the other Canes championship teams, including a win against Ole Miss. After beating A&M and Ohio State, Carson Beck engineered a thrilling game-winning drive. They survived a Hail Mary, and they come home after traveling more than 8,000 miles to get here. Indiana got a first-round bye. They laid waste to Alabama and Oregon, winning their 2 playoff games by 35 and 34 points. Fernando Mendoza has been almost flawless in those 2 victories. So here they are, a Hoosier team that was 100-1 to win this championship at the beginning of the season, and a Miami team that was 100-1 on Selection Sunday, sitting there with 2 losses. Very few thought this matchup was possible. But it certainly is a lot of fun now that we're here. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, pleased to once again bring you the ultimate game in the